Dealing with favorable balances. Dealing with favorable balances. The following steps may be initiated to prepare bank reconciliation statement. So what are the steps? Step number 1. The date on which the statement is prepared is written on the top as the part of the heading. You look at this first illustration. They have written very clearly, bank reconciliation statement of Mr. Vinod as on 31st March 2005. So date is entered on the top, isn't it? So date is entered. This is the step number 1. And second one is, the first item in the statement is generally the balance shown by the cash book. So first item will be balance as per cash book. Alternatively, the starting point can be in the balance as per passbook. So it may be cash book balance or it may be passbook balances. So whatever it is, it should be the first items. So look at this, cash book. Balance as per the cash book. So it is the first item over here. We have written the amount in favorable plus side, isn't it? So where we can see plus and minus, here you can see it is the plus side, isn't it? So plus balance, available balance in our cash book bank column. Okay, next one, third step is the check deposited but not yet collected or deducted. So you deposited the check to the banker. So this same entry we discussed while I teach you that timing differences. Check deposited but not yet collected. So check may be bounced, sign may be mismatched, or it may be outdated check. So due to many reasons, bankers are making it is an unvalid check, not valid check. So anyway, so these kind of items should be deducted. What should be deducted? What should be entered in the minus column? So this should be deducted. And all check issued but not yet presented for payment. So you issued but they fails to submit to the banker. So anyway, your bank balance is not going to reduce after submitted, only after scrutinize all the details which is appeared in the check, whether the amount is available in your bank, whether the sign is yours, and whether it is valid check or outdated check, it is only for account payee check or different branch check or different what is that, bank check. So everything will be scrutinized by the banker. Then only they will debit that amount, how much amount you have returned to your creditor. Anyway, check is the very safest instrument to escape from the creditor, isn't it? So if you are not having sufficient balance in your bank account, if you are writing the check to your creditor, means credit in that time, in that situation, you are escaping from your creditor. But after that only your creditor will come to know, oh, I deposited the check to the banker, but banker did not credit the money. What is the reason like this? If I asked, they comes to know, they are telling that insufficient amount this check holder have. So it is somewhat crime only to escaping. If we do also, it is somewhat some problematic issues. Okay, anyway, all the checks issued but not yet presented for payment. You wrote a check to your creditor, but your creditor fails to present to the banker. So he kept somewhere, he missed your check. So due to many reasons. But anyway, bank balances will not reduce. So after submitted only, they will reduce your bank balances. Amount directly deposited in the bank account or added. So somebody are the very genuine debtors. What they are doing, they are 100% here, they wanted to pay some money to you, but instead of paying directly to you, they are paying directly to your bank account. They know very well about your bank account. So nowadays, everything is in Google Pay and Phone Pay somewhat. So directly we are depositing, directly we are sending the money to someone, RTGS, EFT, real time, gross settlements, many things are there, isn't it? So your debtors are depositing the money directly to your bank account that you don't know. How you knows? You are not a god, isn't it? So nowadays you are getting within fraction of seconds, it will be intimated by message. So this much amount is credited to your bank account like this. So nowadays only recently it is okay, good. But anyway, if so many debtors are there, if they are depositing directly to the bankers, means we will not come to know who deposited money to our bank account and everything. But finally, while you are getting the bank statement from the banker, you will come to know very clearly. So these are the debtors, directly they have deposited money in our bank account. Okay, good. Next one, all the items of charges such as an interest on overdraft. See, it is the burden for the business. After get the overdraft facility from the banker, you are responsible to pay interest to the banker, but they will not intimate you. See customer, we are going to debit this many rupees from your bank account because of your overdraft, interest on overdraft, like this. They won't intimate anything, but they will take the money from your bank account, and after printed the passbook only you will come to know. Anyway, it is a deductible item. Payment by the bank or on standing instructions and debited by the bank in the passbook but not entered in the cash book. Yes, we don't know anything about it. They are debiting from our bank account without intimating anything. If you wanted to pay some rent, that and all, if it is an auto debit, so they are debiting from our bank account. After preparation of that, which is that bank passbook, after get the details, everything about bank details from our banker only, we will come to know, yes, these many details are missed out, isn't it? Then bills and checks dishonored. So what bills you generated, that is dishonored, and what checks you asked to discounted, the checks are dishonored. So about this dishonored, bills receivable, bills payable, and third party bills, everything will deal in chapter number 9. Bills receivable and bills payable. I already taught you about this somewhat in our previous video about bills of exchange. Okay, you refer that. All the credits given by the bank, such as interest on dividends collected, etc. You know what is the meaning of dividend? If you are a shareholder in any one company, that company will not ask you while they are crediting the money as dividend to you. So that is the profit money. That profit money will be divided by many such parts, like depends upon the shareholder, depends upon their shares, what is the share growth. So depends upon that, they wanted to give some money called dividend, that is called a profit money, is given by the company to the customer, especially shareholder. So you are a shareholder, you are maintaining a current account, so that company will directly deposit that dividend money to your bank account. So anyway, you are going to enjoy, you are getting money from your company as a shareholder, isn't it? But you don't know. How you knows that? After get that printed passbook only you will come to know. Okay, so collected and direct deposits, it should be added. Then last two, adjustment for errors made according to the principles of rectification of errors. See, according to the principles errors, you know what is the meaning of principles? Rules and regulations. Chapter number 2 we discussed very clearly GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. Can you remember that? So likewise, adjustment for errors are made accounting to the principles of rectification of errors. So here errors are made, instead of writing in debit, they will be written in credit. So major rules, personal, real, nominal. So if we are leaving some mistakes in it, that is errors of principles. Detail. Okay. In chapter 6 we will discuss about this. What is that? Errors of principles, errors of commission, omission, partly omission. So which will affect trial balance, which will not affect trial balance. Everything we will discuss in chapter 6. So it is chapter 5. Next chapter only about trial balance. There we will discuss many things about it. The next one. Now the net balance shown by the statement should be same as in the passbook. So finally the net balance will be shown in the cash book. How much we begins with, that amount will be equalized with passbook when it is tallied. It is be noted that the treatment of all items shall be the reverse of the above if the adjustment passbook as the starting point. If the adjustment passbook in the starting point, now I told you, I saw that preparation of bank recon statement begins with cash book balances. If it is passbook, it will be in reverse order. So anyway, because it is inverse relationship, cash book debit side and passbook credit side are same, isn't it? And passbook debit side and cash book credit side are same. The following solved illustrations will help you to understand dealing with the favorable balances as per cash book and passbook. So anyway, we can discuss this illustration 1. Illustration 1, first illustration. From the following particulars of Mr. Vinod, prepare bank reconciliation statement as on 31st March 2001. What we learned, this date column, date should be written on the top. So date we have written for whom? It is the Vinod's cash book, isn't it? So Vinod. So you are the Vinod. You are Vinod. Okay. Now, what's the first one? Balance as per cash book, rupees 50,000 rupees. balance as per cash book 50,000 rupees. So first ever we have written balance as per cash book 50,000, favorable balance because it is a debit balance of cash book. Okay, have to be very clear in it. The next one. What is the next one? Check issued but not presented for payment. What checks you issued to your creditors that is not presented for payment? So anyway, if they have presented only, it is going to reduce our bank account. But they fails to present that bank check to the bank, I mean definitely it's you can add this. But you are a genuine person. After return the check, as soon as you return the check to your creditor, what you will do? Directly you will be credited to your cash account bank column because you paid check, you issued check, isn't it? So anyway, payment side, which is called debit credit side of cash book, in bank column, check return to Raja, amount rupees 2 lakh. So you will be written. But after scrutinizing this statement, after comes that bank passbook only, you comes to know, aha, he fails to submit that check amount, check to the banker. So anyway, we no need to credit our cash book. So anyway, it can be added balance, so we can add that. The next one. Third is, the bank had directly collected dividends 8,000 rupees and credited to bank account, but was not entered in the cash book. How you knows? If we knows only, we are going to credit, we are going to debit our cash book. But what is this? Dividend. Dividend is the profit money on your shares is received by the banker from your company. Directly it is deposited into your bank account. So you see that this also favorable 8,000 rupees. So it is increasing, boosting our balances. Next one. Fourth one, right? Yes. Bank charges rupees 400 were not entered in the cash book. So how we know, sir? Bank balances, bank charges, incidental charges, many charges are the bankers will collect. They won't intimate you. Even you are a debit card holder, like a ATM card holder, they are charging 495 rupees 3 years once. Do you know it? But we don't know. When you are comes to know the printed passbook, then only we comes to know, yes, this much rupees they are getting from a bank account, isn't it? So anyway, 400 rupees is the charge, bank charge. So what we should do? So we should deduct that, isn't it? Because this charge you paid unknowingly. Bankers are, which is that bankers are being genuine. They are debited. They got the amount from your bank account, isn't it? Anyway, it is a minus figure, so we are written in the minus column. 6,000 rupees. What is it? 400 rupees. 400 rupees is the bank charges. And next one. Check, fifth one, last one. Check for rupees 6,000 was deposited but not collected by the bank. So you deposited the check. As soon as deposit the check, what you will do? You will debit in your cash book, bank column, rupees 6,000. In your bank column, cash book, debit side, definitely as soon as deposit the check, you will write. But after deposited only, bankers are comes to it is bounced check, or check number is mismatched, or it is an outdated check, which is 15 days only validity period, isn't it? So 16 days or 17 days gone, outdated check, and it is only for account payee. You are not an account payee, or it is comes to know they are not maintaining favorable balance in their bank account. So because of this, all the issues, they fails to credit that money in your bank account. So anyway, but you are thinking this amount is credited in your bank account, but actually what have happened there? They did not credit this money in your bank account. So anyway, it is an unfavorable minus figure. So finally we are adding this all, 50,000 plus 6,000 plus 8,000, collectively 58 plus 6, 64,000 rupees. Then this side, how much? 6,400. 6,400 minus 64,000, 57,600 rupees. 57,600 rupees. It shows very clearly as per passbook, the final amount should be 57,600 rupees. Okay, for your better understanding, we can discuss about next illustration. It's the second illustration, very important illustration. So you also discuss many illustrations with your friends, and if your parents are watching this, just to help them, because it is life related subject, isn't it? Bank passbook everybody have, you have at your home, so you just teach to your ward. Next one, from the following particulars of Anil and Co. prepare bank recon statement as 31st March 2005. So as soon as you read this, what you will do? Bank recon statement of Anil and Co. as on 31st, which is the 31st August 2008. You will write. Okay, good. Next one. Balance as per cash book 54,000. Directly enter balance as per cash book. Then what is the next one? Rupees 100 bank incidental charge debited to Anil and Co. account. So bank directly debited 100 rupees for incidental charge. So transactional charges, which is not recorded in cash book. We don't know. After printed the passbook only we will come to know. Anyway, it is a minus figure 100 rupees because bankers are debited from your bank account. Then check for rupees 5,400 is deposited in the bank but not yet collected by the bank. So you deposited a check rupees 5,400. As soon as deposited a check, you will be entered in your cash book debit side. Yes, this amount going to credit in our bank account. Anyway, we can debit, which is called receipt side of cash book. In the bank column, you will be written 5,400. Can you follow me? Can you understand what I am coming to say? This 5,400, as soon as you deposit the check to the banker, you will be debited in your cash book bank column. But bankers comes to know it is outdated check or mismatch, this check is fake check or whatever it is. Then finally, they did not credit that 5,400 in your bank account. So after prepare that, after printed that passbook, you comes to know this detail. Anyway, these details will be deducted. The next one. Which is the last one, a check for rupees 20,000 is issued by Anil and Co. not presented for payment. So you are Anil and Co. right? So you are the cashier for Anil and Co. So you are preparing cash book and you are comparing with passbook and you are preparing this bank reconciliation statement also. So in this situation, Anil and Co. issued check amount rupees 20,000, but it is not presented to the banker. So Anil and Co. genuinely have written check amount rupees 20,000 to its creditor, but creditor missed the check. Creditor fails to submit the check to the banker, or creditor turned the check, or whatever happened. But that amount is not debited in your bank account by the banker. So anyway, it is favorable. You can add with your cash book. So finally, 54 plus 20 is equal to 74,000, and this side minus figure 5,400 plus 100, collectively 5,500 rupees. Then 68,500 will be the end result. So as per passbook, this result will show. So this is all about how to prepare bank recon statement. By practicing only, you can come to know many things. Again and again, very strongly I will say, by practicing, you will come to know many mistakes, not one or two. Definitely 99% of the students will do wrongly. So do it again and again, practice it.